Hello and welcome to another episode of my net zero projects. So I'm going to update you on a few things, and then I will tell you about a few more things. First thing is this. Yes, at long last, we have the shutters for downstairs. It's the winter now, and the temperature outside today is 18 degrees, and it's been really sunny so far. It looks like the clouds are coming over now, and you can see the clouds over the Montjuïc Mountains. You know, one of the most beautiful views that we have from our villa. I'm just going into the basement because I've got stuff to show you in here. Since I was here last time, we now have this, which is the salt treatment together with this. So that is brilliant. But whilst I was here this time, this is the main control for the circulation pump, and I noticed on Thursday afternoon that it wasn't working. I came down and the trip had gone, and so I've now had a word with our poor maintenance fellow. He's going to come and look at it over the next couple of days and find out what's wrong. And then it'll have to go back to our favourite company, MP Term, who did all the plumbing and have not completed it. They also fitted this pool circulation pump, and they have not finished it. They also put in the ventilation system and have not finished it. So at the moment, they're not my favourite company, and I still owe them a good few thousand euros. So I'm in a pretty good position to make them finish. But you know, it's a long, arduous road to try and get anyone to finish anything in this country. You know, there are some wonderful exceptions, but most of the time what I've found is the hardest thing is to get things finished. I'd like to show you this. This is the coffee table that we bought, and as you can see, it matches our TV unit, and it ties the lounge together really nicely.
Well, what is there to do now? Well, I'll start from the beginning. And so I was able to do a few things here, as you've seen in the video, but I've also been able to arrange a few things. So I met with the engineer yesterday and agreed the 3 things that need to happen before we can go for our habitation certificate. And the habitation certificate is the thing that turns this from a house that's being built to a house that we can live in, we can sell, and so that's a pivotal moment in this project. It's not a cheap option because you don't have to get a habitation certificate in Portugal now, but if you ever want to sell the house, then you need that habitation certificate. So I think it's a good idea to have it anyway, because the way it works is that an engineer who is not the engineer for the builder, so an independent engineer, will look at the projects that the engineer for the architect produced and are lodged with the council, and then he will then check that the house has been built to an appropriate standard based on those projects. And so that gives us the assurance that the house has been built well, and that there are no areas where they have cut corners which are likely to cause us problems later. So that's one side of it. I also had the solar panel man here this morning, and he's agreed to reconfigure our solar panels so that we get quite a lot more from them, and so that is in play now. You've just got to tell me how much it's going to cost, and I've got to then organise when they can do it. I've also talked to our pool man this afternoon and asked him to quote for a automatic pool cover on our pool, and so that will enable us to start using the pool heater. And because everything's connected to Wi-Fi these days, what that would mean if we were coming out in the winter, and probably not me, but my wife, she likes to swim, we could put the pool heater on the day before we came, because the cover is on, it would heat the water, and the water would be nice and warm for when she wanted to go and have her swim. So that's something that I'm looking forward to as well. What I have to do still is to work out all the dimensions of our garden areas, not only in area but as in depth from the patio, so that we can then work out what we need to put in those areas, because some of the areas it's more than 30 centimetres, and so I probably won't be putting gravel all the way into that, probably putting something else, and so we need to go to the garden centre and ask them what we can put in, and that will all happen next time I'm here. So I think that is pretty much where we are now, things are actually coming to a completion now, which is fabulous, and we are going to get a house that is brilliant, and so if you have been, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because that really helps me get the message out that you can build a house that doesn't need heating. Although we're in the south of Portugal here, I'm fully committed to building one in the UK when that becomes an option that we can do. So until next time, goodbye.